What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lewis, and on today's video I'm going to go over what my current league arsenal is and what the importance of each of these bowling balls selection is. But before we get into any of that, guys, please consider subscribing. My next big goal is 40,000 subscribers. I'm currently like 600 subscribers away, so with your help I can get one subscriber closer to that 40,000 goal. If you like the jersey I'm wearing in this video, it's my own personal merch, or in any of my videos, coolwick.com, promo code Napoles10. That gets you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there should be a link where you can order any of the bowling balls featured in today's video, or anything bowling related. There's also going to be a link to these cool little ball spinners. And it's another really great way to help support the channel. Use those links down below in the description. I would really appreciate it. And if howtobowl.com, promo code Lewis, that gets you 30% off your annual membership. All right, so the very first bowling ball we're going to take a look at, for me, is the Harsh Reality. But just because it's the Harsh Reality for me doesn't mean it has to be the Harsh Reality for you. What I look for on a house shot is a ball that's going to be strong enough to handle all that friction, but it's not going to over jump when it sees that friction. It's not going to want to boom. It's going to come off it nice and smoothly. But it's also going to be a bowling ball that's going to be strong enough that if I want to move into the oil and stay away from that friction, it is going to be able to handle that. And for those reasons, that's why I choose the Harsh Reality. It's a ball that's never going to come off the spot super hard, which is, you don't want that on the fresh. There's already a ton of friction. And it's a ball that's more than strong enough that's going to be able to allow me to play a little bit further in to start and kind of stay away from that friction. So we're going to be here on lane 1 at Samstown on a fresh, typical house shot. Let me know down below in the comments what your go-to ball is, or go-to balls are for league. And after this one, we'll get into what my number 2 ball is, why that's that ball, and why the number 2 ball is actually the most important ball in your arsenal, and then the 3 ball. So we'll see you here on the lanes. All right, first shot of the video here in the Harsh Reality. We're going to be pretty deep to start, but that's okay, because the Harsh Reality can handle these steeper angles on the fresh. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm looking for a ball in the fresh. Can handle that volume in the middle, sees a little bit of friction, doesn't want to jump off it quite as hard. Balls like the Harsh Reality have the friction built in. I don't need to send it into the friction to make it look good. So we'll throw a couple shots like that with the Harsh Reality before we get into the first transition ball that we go to. All right, so that first shot was absolutely perfect. Is exactly what I'm looking for. So coming off that, I'm just going to go to the same spot and try to repeat another really high quality shot and expect the same result. Oh, see, I think I got that one a little bit more right, a little bit closer to that friction, and it went really, really high flush. But one thing I tell everyone, whether I'm giving a lesson or just chatting bowling with anyone, I would rather go a little bit high than go super light. Because if you keep going high, you can just keep chasing it in, keep chasing it in. And you can't go 2-8-10 if you go super high. I guess you can 4-9, but going high just means that you have the right ball motion. Just keep chasing it in. So that last shot was good. It went a little bit high because I got it into the friction, but that's okay. Off that, I'm going to make a 2-in-1 move, and as long as I stay true, then this should go pretty flush here. Yeah, I mean, that is three good a shots that I could have ever asked for. Now, what am I looking for from the ball motion to get out of it? I'm not the type of person that just automatically after one game switches balls just because. Ideally, I would just stay in this ball the entire night. Now, I can't go into league thinking I'm going to throw the Harsh Reality all 3 games. No. What is the tell? What am I looking for that'll tell me to get out of this ball? Well, if I throw a shot like that, a good shot, and it either misses, like you see that it just rolls out, that's a tell, get out of the ball. If you're going flush, 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 and all of a sudden you go super light on a good shot, get out of it. Or if I throw a good shot in flat 10, which is kind of like rolling out as well. If you throw a good shot and you flat 10 or the ball rolls out or both, get out of it. Listen to what the ball is telling you. Don't try to force it. Just because you have 279, 279, game 1 and 2, the ball starts bailing, ball change. Trust what the ball is telling you. So I'm just gonna go right back to that same spot. And again, as long as I stay true, and by true I mean throw a good shot, this is gonna strike here. That was not a good shot. Yeah, and you can see that it still struck. I mean, it's Samstown, it's a house shot, it still struck. But off my hand, I already knew that was a bad shot. So I'm not gonna make an adjustment off that. I'm just gonna go right back to that same spot and trust that the next shot's gonna be pure. All right, same spot, last shot, I missed it at the bottom. Elbow got kind of out, not a great shot. This one, we're gonna focus on making it a really, really good shot. Yeah, the shots that I've thrown good, they've all been flush, Pac-10. Every time I do these league videos, I do have to tell you guys, look, I'm bowling by myself on the lanes. There's not 7 other guys on the lane transitioning them with me. So throughout this entire time shooting this video, I may never have to get out of this harsh reality because I'm by myself. So just so you know, when I ball change, it may not look amazing, but that's just because the lanes aren't broken down like they would be if there was 7 other guys or 7 other people on the pair with me. So again, nothing changes yet. I'm by myself, not a lot of transition. We're gonna go right back to that same spot, make a good shot here. Oh, see, I thought that was a pretty good shot. I might have missed in, and that's a pretty disgusting flat 10. I'm gonna go back, and that's the beauty of recording. You can just go back. If I was in league, I would feel some kind of way about that flat 10 because I thought I threw it pretty good. But I'll go back and double check to see what it was, and then I'll make a move if I have to. All right, so I went back and watched the shot that I flat 10'd and the shot before that was flush. I missed 2 boards at the arrows and 2 boards down lane on that shot that flat 10'd. So I'm not gonna make a big move off that. I'm just gonna commit to being pure on this shot, and then after this one, we'll make our first ball change. Oh, that 7-pin is disgusting. But you can tell, or you can see, that just by hitting my mark, instead of that super light flat 10, it actually went dead flush. And of course, in typical Samstown fashion, I 7-pin. So now we're gonna make our first ball change. All right, so now we're looking at the number 2 ball in the arsenal. And if you guys recall in the intro, I said that the number 2 ball is probably the most important decision that you can make. And that's for a few reasons. Number 1, and probably the most important, is that it's going to be the ball that you're going to go to off that first ball that you start with. And a lot of times that ball may change week to week depending on what ball you start with on the fresh. The 900 Global Exponent is a perfect step down for me from the harsh reality. Now, it may be a different ball depending on what that first ball I bring out of the bag is. And the second reason that it's the most important ball that you can choose in your arsenal is because let's say your number 1 ball is a little bit too strong, is a little bit too smooth. Let's say that you can't really start in your number 1 ball. You're gonna have to choose a number 2 ball that can also be a de facto number 1. And for me, the Exponent has been that and more. It's a really good go-to ball. It's been amazing as my number 1 ball as well. I shot the highest series of my life with this Exponent. And so it can be a really good ball right out the fresh, and it can be a really good ball in transition. It's a ball that's gonna boom a little bit harder than the harsh reality, but not be a very angular ball at all. This is still a very smooth, predictable benchmark kind of ball reaction, but it's gonna be a really good step down from that harsh reality, or be a good option on the fresh if my harsh reality is a little bit too strong, a little bit too smooth. Yeah, 900 Global Exponent, really good number 2 ball. All right, so this is going to be the very first shot here with the Exponent. If I was bowling in league and there were 7 other people on the pair, I would go right where I left off with the harsh reality, right into the Exponent. That's what I'm going to do here on this first shot, but just keep in mind that it may not look good because there's less transition on the lane. If it doesn't look good, I'll just make a move right. But I'm looking for a motion that's similar. Just a little bit less overall, retain a little bit more energy for the back part of the lane. Oh, 9-pin, that's actually a good sign. That tells me that this Exponent, very similar motion, a little bit cleaner through the fronts, a little bit more pop down lane, still a smooth ball overall. Off that shot, since I threw it good, I'm gonna move 2 and 1 left, create a little bit more shape. When we get to the next ball, we are going to be freaking left. All right, so we're just gonna make a 2 and 1 move off that 9-pin. Pure 1 here. Go 10 back, be off to the races. That should be a good shot. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Off that 9-pin was actually surprising. I thought that I'd have to move a little bit right, but you can see with the amount of friction here at Samstown, that Exponent is a really good step down for me when compared to the Harsh Reality. And one thing I always try to do is pair bowling balls together. So like when I'm in the Exponent, or sorry, the Harsh Reality, I know that the Exponent's a really good go-to ball. This Exponent, man, it was my favorite ball of 2023, and it's still my favorite ball right now. And this is just showing you why the versatility of this ball is outrageous. See, I got that in a little bit, but I think because I made that 2 and 1 move, I moved in, missed in, still carried it. Guys, if you don't know, every Tuesday night, tonight, I stream at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, my league live stream. I invite each and every one of you to go watch the stream, come chat with me, let's have a great time together. All right, so I'll throw 1 or 2 more shots with the Exponent from here. I've never really played this far left of this ball, but I see the versatility, it's just amazing. Missed right by a mile. 9-pin, that is absolutely disgusting. Let's throw 1 more shot and wrap it up with the number 2 ball before we get into the number 3 ball. So honestly, this is a really good spot to be in. I have hold in, I got bounce right, can't ask for anything more. Last shot here with the Exponent. Let's go 10 back here. That's a really good shot. That was a really good shot. One of the better shots I've thrown in a while. Exponent, that's my go-to number 2 ball. A lot of times can be the number 1 ball. And it's just, I love it. I love it. It was my favorite ball of 2023. Still my favorite ball. We're in May of 2024. Still love this ball. We'll get into the number 3 ball now. So now we're into game 3. Everyone's favorite part of the league night, when you got to get as far left as you can, shove the ball as far to the right as you can, watch the ball hook this much, and you got to be careful when choosing your number 3 ball, because it can't be a ball that's too strong, but it can't be a ball that's also too weak because of the volume in the middle part of the lane when you're trying to shove it to the friction. For me, my game 3 ball, my go-to game 3 ball is going to be the Storm Lightning Blackout. Now, I've tried this ball a little bit on the fresh. I've tried it as that first transitional ball, but in my experiences so far, what makes the Lightning Blackout so good and makes it so special is its ability to traverse a lot of lane, even though it has a very low differential of .029. This has been my absolute go-to ball when I have to get left, shove it to the right. It reminds me of a lot of like a High Road Pearl, but like the High Road Pearl like it used to roll back in the day. Now the R2S Pearl and the High Road Pearl is just a little bit too weak. So this upgrade in cover technology with the REX Pearl, I think made all the difference. And this one is not with the out-of-box finish. With polish, it's a little bit too clean for me. This one I have with like a 4,000 pad. Currently has a little bit of lane shine, but typically I'll hit it with like a 4,000 pad just to get that lane shine off the ball. And then the number 3 ball here, the Lightning Blackout, I'm just gonna go right from the same spot I left off at with the Exponent, and if I have to make a change here, I will. This is like my favorite ball to get left and really shape down lane. Yeah, 100%, 10 out of 10. That is my game 3 ball. Just showing you guys why this is my favorite ball of the year so far. Of the balls released this year, this Lightning Blackout is just so versatile. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have to throw many more shots with the Lightning Blackout to show you guys that this ball is the go-to ball for me in game 3. I'm actually only gonna throw 1 or 2 more shots. This video is already pretty long. I don't want it to be too long. All right, same spot. I definitely don't have to move too much. The ball just does everything that I need it to do out of a game 3 burn kind of ball. Oh, fell off, spun it, got it right. Lightning Blackout, don't care. And then if you guys are wondering, of the 2 Lightning Blackouts I have, this is the weaker one. This is the one that's 30 by 4.5 by 30. Maybe last shot of the video here. Got that way right. That is disgusting. And with that one, we are gonna end the video. Guys, Harsh Reality into Exponent into Lightning Blackout is my perfect 3-ball arsenal for League. Let me know in the comment what yours is. And what I really like about that game 3 ball is that it can be anything you guys want, because once the lanes are broken down to your liking, you know what to do. For me, I like to get left and slow hook it. For you, it can be something else. We'll see you guys on the next one.